All right. This is I called you over here because I feel like I need a little bit of an intervention. I have a problem.
I'm here. I came in meaning I'm all business today.
I have a serious problem because I have found a basketball shoe that I really like, and pairs 5, 6, and 7 are in the mail to this house, and my wife doesn't know yet.
I was just going to say, does the wife know?
She knows that I have a few pairs, and I was talking about them at basketball this morning. Jared heard me say, yeah, I got to find places to hide these, so my wife doesn't know how many of these I have. And then he goes to mom immediately after. He's like, Mom, Dad just got some more pairs.
He's not helping you.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about these shoes. But first, I think that I need to introduce the shoes that I have been playing with to give a contrast of my favorite shoes of all time, including the colorway.
Let's do it. I'm really excited. And I don't know that I'm going to be a tough one on this because more colorways are better.
It's true. These are the shoes that I was working with before. So I think they're the Jordan One Take 5s. I believe that Russell Westbrook was wearing these. I had them in white, and then I also got a pair in black.
Those are really, really nice shoes.
So I'm actually going to look while we're talking here of what they cost.
Interesting, though. A little bit of room in the toe box, you can tell. Really a nice shoe.
And there's actually under here, you can kind of see this little color change here.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of feel it as you're walking. It's like I don't know the terms for shoes, but it's a unit in there that you can actually feel as you're walking.
Like air or...
Yeah, it kind of makes you feel like you're going to jump incredibly high, but
Russell Westbrook style?
I don't jump incredibly high, which is a problem I'm working on. Okay.
Anytime I jump now, I think my Achilles is going.
I'm so nervous about that.
Oh, I'm so nervous about it.
Overall, I do like these shoes. So the problem is the white ones, they broke pretty quickly right here on the seam on the outside. I mean, I put a lot of torque on these things. With
you and Zion?
My playing style.
Yes.
Solid shoes, though. I was happy with these, but I was looking for something more because the problem that I've had in my life is I will have shoes that I fall in love with. I buy a pair of them, I wear them out, and then they're out, and you can't find them anymore.
Do you know, a few years ago, Joe Ingles said the same thing, and he was talking about older Kobe's.
Yeah.
Like, he loved that shoe, and once it was gone, how do I get it? You know, eBay, how do you get it?
There's like GOAT. There's a GOAT website. There's like $500 for shoes that you like. So anyway, Jordan One Take 5, I would give these a 7.5 or 8 out of 10.
Okay.
That's probably where I'd put these.
Pretty solid start.
Next up, we have the Currys, most recent Currys.
This is actually a perfect shoe to talk about.
Jared loves Steph Curry. So I got Jared some Currys and I got myself some Currys so that we could both be wearing shoes together.
Yeah.
His are a little bit brighter than mine. These are super unique. And if anybody has ever played, have you ever played with these?
I got Brady some Currys, my son.
Yeah.
Same.
They have, it's called Flow, which is this foamy, I don't know what to describe it as.
Flow
texture on the base here. So the traction is like an 11 out of 10. It's almost too grippy. Like I'll be walking or running and I kind of like trip on myself because it just sticks.
Okay.
So well.
Question about this. Have
Yes.
you played with these shoes on a dusty floor like we were discussing off camera?
I've played on a relatively dusty floor.
Did it make a difference?
It's still got good traction. You still have to wipe stuff off though. I mean,
Okay.
once you get enough dust on there, it's still going to be
Slippery.
The gripe that I have with these is that this material is pretty loose. And so I didn't feel entirely stable.
Okay.
And then they felt tall. Like it felt like I was walking
6'6".
taller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which for me, I like a little bit more court feel, like lower to the ground on the court feel. But they're comfortable. Cushion is good. Probably give these a 8.5. So a little
better.
I like them a little bit better than the Jordans.
It's interesting though, just about the stability talk on top of the shoe, right? It totally matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're moving, you're, zigzagging, whatever, and you really want to feel connected.
And I can't say that there's no way that I zigzag more than Steph does. I mean, he's all over the place. So I'm sure that this is what he prefers. He has a lot of ankle braces and stuff too.
He does.
So they're good. The traction is almost too good though.
8.5?
8.5.
8.5.
Now I was telling you about these when I got them. When I ordered them.
Way of Wade's.
These are the Way of Wade's. They've got this cool thing here that kind of changes as you move it. I don't know if you can see that on yours. Like a hologram or something.
Oh, yeah.
So it changes as you move it. I was super excited about these. And then I was also pretty disappointed when I got these.
Is this the shoe, Eric, that has an optional strap on top? You and I were
Most of them
talking about
do,
it.
yeah. These are the 808 V4s. Most of them have a strap over them, but this version does not.
This is really cool, though, if the camera's picking it up. Kind of suede here in the
Yeah.
back. Really, a little bit of a designer shoe. This is really dressed up.
It looks nice.
Yeah, some
Right.
detailed design in there. Yeah, very nice shoe.
The tongue is a little bit goofy. So I don't know if you can see on yours, there's this like flap thing that's all over the place.
Yeah.
And as you put your foot in there, that flap thing comes out and you kind of have to like tuck it into your foot. But then it always felt like it was trying to sneak out.
It's very interesting.
So that's observation number 1. Observation number 2, a lot of room once I got my foot in there. I don't have overly wide feet. I don't think I have overly narrow feet, but it felt like there was a lot of room, and a similar thing. My foot was a little kind of slipping around in there. And I believe that I ordered my normal size. I think you should go at least a half size down if you're going to go way of waves. These are
They come a little big.
Yeah, they come a little big. And then the traction, I've heard good things. I took these and it was a relatively dusty court, but it was indoors and I just could not get these to stick. It just didn't feel, and maybe it's I need to break them in and you have to wear that rubber compound down a little bit. But out of the box, the traction wasn't super great. So those are my observations.
They've really put a lot of design into that shoe, though. I mean,
Yeah,
look at the
there's-
side, that octa knit. I'm sure that's to keep you more stable or
Yeah,
for the parish,
I don't know. Solid shoes, I'd still probably give them maybe a 7.
Okay.
So these are the least favorite of the shoes that I have.
And just for the viewers at home, how many different colorways do you have this shoe in?
Just the one.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to test shoes before I get multiple colorways.
Smart.
Now we have the problem.
I'm going to give you a little background on the problem because it's an internal problem for Utah Jazz fans too. But
It is.
please introduce the shoe.
These were my first pairs. I got them on sale. I've always been wanting to try them. These are the Devin Booker's Book 1s, Chapter 1s in the Halloween colorway.
These are awesome.
So I got the white with black, and the leather is very rough on the outside, but on the inside, it feels like a pillow of love and beauty.
A pillow of love.
When you put these on, they are the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. And I think he designed them to be able to wear on the court and off the court, just to be casual shoes.
Let me just interject too and say, there's a lot of sneakerheads out there that are very, very adamant about what shoe they're wearing, the design, the feel. Eric's not totally crazy. A little bit, as we're going to find out, but this is a big deal. I mean, there's shops that just have, imported sneakers or rare sneakers. I think we both know friends that have collections of different sneakers. So anyways, having these in multiple colorways is a fun thing.
These are also fun because they glow in the dark. So the bottoms glow in the dark.
You can kind of tell a little
when you
bit.
turn the lights out. So the kids love that.
Oh, yeah.
So I liked these in the white, but of course you have to get the Halloweens in the black as well. Now these I did play in this morning, so they are still a little bit warm.
Hey, for the viewers that just have the same question that I do you think when a player takes a shoe off and throws it to somebody in the stands?
Sanitary problem, right?
Well, it's just that shoe's hot. Yes?
Yes.
It's totally hot.
Drenched.
Nobody's ever grossed out by that, but I'm like, there's no way that shoe is not.
Right.
I mean, an NBA professional player, usually a star who's been out there putting in big minutes, there's no doubt, right?
Didn't Jordan say that he played in a new pair of shoes every game?
I wouldn't be
So it is
shocked.
a brand new pair of shoes.
Donovan Mitchell would do the same thing. He'd warm up in a pair and then he'd take them off, sign them, give either a pair or a shoe to a fan out there. But I've always wondered, that's not like this clean, new, untouched shoe.
Right.
That thing's been broken in.
That thing is well broken in. These are sweet too. Also glow in the dark.
I love
Kids
these,
love
Eric.
it. There are no weaknesses in this shoe in my mind. These are the greatest basketball shoe that I have ever played in.
Wow, that's a big statement. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you ever notice the weight of a shoe? Are any of these heavier than another, or is that not even a thought?
I notice it. So if we go back, these are a bit heavier.
The Jordans.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually feel it. They feel a little bit heavier on the feet, but it doesn't impact in my mind how quick I think I am or how much I jump.
They just feel heavier.
They just feel heavier. The Currys feel pretty light, so these feel lighter, which is kind of to the point of that This
Yeah, the
material
top.
up here is a little bit lighter.
Flow. I have to tell you something. These are probably my favorite shoes we've put up here on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
The
don't
black
know
ones?
the black ones.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just being influenced by you and you telling me how much you love these and everything, but the color and everything, knowing it's kind of like the Halloween colorway too. This is really a cool shoe.
These are fantastic. So I liked these two. And it was at this point that I was like, okay, I'm going all in on these. And so I got another colorway.
It was at this moment we
That I
reached out
knew.
for help.
This colorway here, which is the Sedona, I would describe this as like a salmon.
That's beautiful pair of
Peach.
shoes. This is cool because you kind of get the, do they call this topography on the side?
Right. And you
That's
felt it's
awesome.
softer. So those were kind of a harder leather, and this is a softer fabric that's on the top.
Is this the same feel when you put on as those shoes?
Inside the shoe and the traction is the exact same.
Okay.
And I said there are no weaknesses in this. So the traction on these are incredible. So good,
Check
but
out
they
the
aren't
tongue.
they aren't the flow of the Currys where they're too much and I'm like stuck, like I'm tripping over lines with these.
Yeah.
These tractions, they got good squeak. Squeak doesn't matter, but you can at least feel like you're
Let's
connected.
see if the camera can pick that up. Very much the same. Wow. Those are cool.
This is my favorite colorway. And here's the story behind this. So I wore these for the first time this last Saturday when I went to play against some varsity high school kids.
Yeah.
And so I walk into the gym. I've got a black jersey, black shorts, black socks, and then these.
Yeah.
So we're playing, feels great, had a good day. That might also influence why I like these.
Of
so well.
course.
I played well.
Absolutely.
I'm on the ride home with my son, Jared, who was there watching. And he's 9 years old. And he says, Dad, like unprovoked, he said, Dad, you had the coolest shoes in the gym. Those looked so good on you.
That's a done deal.
And it was at that moment that I knew that I was the greatest of all time.
I mean, done. Can we drop a mic? Yeah.
But an unsolicited compliment like that from your son, like I was crying on the
Yeah.
inside.
You have
I
to.
had to turn away from him so he didn't see the real tears flowing down. So any youth that are watching this, if you're a kid and you want to make a grown man cry,
Yep.
compliment them on their looks and their shoes.
Just a quick backstory on Devin Booker. Obviously has become the franchise star of the Phoenix Suns. He was drafted number 13, I believe, in the NBA draft. The Utah Jazz passed over him for Trey Lyles, who true Jazz fans will say eventually turned into the Donovan Mitchell pick, but who cares? Because Donovan Mitchell's no longer with the Jazz, and Devin Booker remains with the Phoenix Suns as a franchise cornerstone.
Gold medalist.
Thank you.
You're not bitter.
I love Devin Booker.
Yeah.
I think he is awesome. I've been to multiple professional games where he's gone off, and he is an amazing scorer.
Do you
Gold
think
medalist.
he knows you're there and that's why he does that?
Can we get Devin Booker to just give us a shout out, please? Making the team. Thank you.
So you've seen 3 pairs.
Yeah, these are sweet.
I liked the white pairs a lot, and so I have another pair of those that have not been worn yet. I like this color so much I ordered another pair. And then I've got 2 more colors that are not here yet. They are in the mail.
Do you ever feel like one shoe over the other helps you shoot better or play better? Just so, I'm a big golfer. Tiger Woods used to wear red or does wear red, Sunday red. And the idea was it makes him more aggressive. Do you think any colorway here changes how you feel, or is it just all cool?
So far, this one is just, I'm in love with this one.
Yeah. Yeah. It just matches your eye. I love the tag on the tongue too. I know I pointed that out earlier, but that's
And
a
there's
really
like this
cool
metal
shoe.
clip that's going around here again, and there's no function to it. I don't think it just looks nice. It just feels,
Yeah.
it's just premium materials. It just all feels really great. And like I said, there's no weakness. The fit is great, both length, the stability on moving around, the traction, the breathability. I never feel like, I don't know. It's just, I don't notice my feet in a negative way. Just everything feels great.
There's Eric, just as we get the next pair of shoes, there's some big time sneakerheads out there though. We need to talk about them. I've had people come up to me. We haven't even been talking about sneakers in our episodes, and they've told me what their favorite shoe is of all time.
Yeah. Do
Anyways,
you have a favorite?
I've always played in KDs for whatever reason. The arch, whatever it is, that shoe to me was perfect. Also, it didn't go up over my, I don't know the technical term, but like my what would it be? The bone on the side of your foot.
The ankle bone?
The ankle bone.
ball?
Sometimes I would wear like higher Jordans and it would rub on that and it would cause me a ton of pain. So KD's for me anyways, I got a couple different.
Well, and I had a shoe, it was the Nike Hyperfuse Low back in I think 2011 or 2012 that I loved. And similar thing, I bought a few pairs of them. They weren't very durable though. And so you'd wear through those in a couple of runs and then they're gone. And I think I saw some on eBay for $300 or something.
Oh, jeez.
Wasn't worth it.
But now you've got current Bookers that
they have certain colorways that are $100, under $100 on the Nike store right now. So that's where it's like this type of a shoe. How could I not buy several pairs?
you have to. I'm not here to intervene at all.
I have the Moab colorway coming.
So cool.
It's, how would you describe it?
Well, I love how they spelled Moab. It's
Yes.
awesome. It's a little bit sandstony colored.
Yeah. It's got some black and some like teal
yeah.
looking thing, accents to it.
Those are awesome.
And then because we have an affiliation with Riverton, I went with the all purple colorway as well.
Makes sense.
So
Team shoe next year, maybe?
It should be.
How do you feel about team shoes? Dumb?
I have some bad experience with team shoes.
Yeah.
In my days, and ones were still a thing.
I'm so happy right now.
Back when Vince Carter was sporting those for the dunk contests. And so our team shoe my freshman year were these and ones. And you talk about the weight.
Mm-hmm.
These felt like I was wearing a tank on my shoe. They were so heavy. The traction was so bad. And we were forced to wear these.
Yeah, team shoe.
Hated those. The next year, we got another set of team shoes. And they were the Nike, they were a version of the Shocks. Same thing, super heavy, just didn't fit me well, and was forced to wear those. My senior year, we make a little bit of a gripe about it, and so what we decided was everybody had white shoes or black shoes, but you could wear whatever you want. So kind of based on home and away, you could pick what you wanted. So
that would probably be, if I was the coach, that would probably be the route I would go. Hey, let's stick to this,
Yeah.
But I don't want to limit a player's ability or even their mental thoughts. Hey, this is a heavy shoe. You shouldn't even be thinking about that when you're in a game. Probably a similar colorway would be a good idea. But
yeah, I've never been a fan of high tops, high tops. And so both of those years, they were pretty high top shoes, which just didn't suit my style.
It bugs you. If it's rubbing on that ankle bone, I'm telling you, get them out.
And the Achilles. Some of those will like rub on that Achilles.
Totally agree.
So we have another giveaway because we just announced one for the basketballs.
This might be the best show of all time.
And for those watching here, here's the giveaway that we are going to send out to everybody. You need to first be subscribed to this YouTube channel. Second, you need to be following us on Instagram. You need to make a comment in the YouTube channel. Comment on Instagram. Here's where things get interesting. You can also comment on TikTok. But on your Instagram comment, for every person you tag up to 5, we're going to throw in a bonus entry for you. And here's what they win. You ready?
Yes.
Their own pair of Devin Booker book ones.
That's awesome. That's such a good giveaway.
Yeah.
We want everybody tagged. I want like all the legit sneakerheads tagged. I want
Devin Booker.
Everyone weighing in.
Yes.
Devin Booker. Let's get him on here.
And maybe that's the comment is, what is your favorite shoe of all time?
Yeah.
So leave those comments and then we'll get you a pair of shoes.
You're going to die when I tell you some of the old shoes I love. Because I was thinking about this in prep of the show today.
Do it.
I am old. But I remember when Allen Iverson's shoes came out, and they have been redone how many different times, right? And different variations and everything. I'm talking like the original. I actually looked them up here.
You like the Reeboks with the windows, kind of the circles?
Yeah, I'm actually going to show you this shoe, and it is. I wore this shoe in like 6th or 7th grade, and I just thought I was the man because you could feel different. There are all these different like pockets of air underneath, like 7 of them or something, and you could feel them when you stepped. It was like, this is wild. Look at this shoe.
Oh wow! Yeah,
and I know that's not the current version that you maybe still could find, but anyways, that was an amazing shoe.
That's one of your favorites.
And I'm
some
old.
Others?
I loved, like I said, KDs were always cool. Probably not for games, but I mean, we'd wear Superstars, which were not an expensive shoe at all. It was just like
Were they the 2Gs or whatever, Superstar 2G?
I can't even remember.
Those were solid though. Those were good.
They were good. It's funny though you talk about the and ones because I played in a lot of and one shoes. Budget shoe, I'm sure, But anyways, that's throwing it back quite a while. One gentleman, shout out Rob Thompson, he came up to me just unprovoked and was telling me he thinks the Barclays are the greatest shoe of all time.
Whoa.
Before my time, Okay. The pumps were always cool. Like you pump up, you jump higher.
Yeah. I bought in 100% hook, line, and sinker to the Michael Jordan shoes back in the day. So Jordan's back when he was playing, I thought that would take me to the NBA.
It's probably on this list here. I'm just looking at other variations of the Answer 4. I think I've owned those at some point in time. I mean, those are...
The one with the zipper up the middle.
That's
I
it?
had those.
Oh, that's it? Yeah, with the zipper. Yeah. Such a bulky shoe when you think about it. I mean, it totally is. Let's see. Oh, I had... I'm going to show you this shoe right here. Flight Posit 1. I had these in blue. Those were worn by Kevin Garnett. Wow. I mean, you'd show up with those and be laughed out of the court or laughed off the court.
Now they're so bright, and that's what's so weird is I've always been a very muted color with the whites and the blacks, and then these salmon color Bookers, Sedonas, I'm all for them.
Okay, this is probably my favorite shoe of all time, just because you talked about the Jordans.
Yes.
Actually, this is probably my second favorite shoe of all time, the Air Jordan 13.
Yeah.
Just
classics.
Such a classy shoe. Let's see here.
I think I'm not super versed on the Jordan numbers. I think it's the 12 or 11. That's the 12, so it must be the 11. It's the Space Jam. The Space Jam shoes.
That might be my favorite shoe of all time.
Those.
You too?
Yeah.
That's probably like the crown jewel of all shoes. Let's see here.
What do you look for in a basketball shoe?
Because I'm the elder statesman here. Comfort. Yeah. Honestly, comfort. I mean, that's changed, right? So much over the years. It used to be more colors and what was in.
Yeah.
But now it's how comfortable is this shoe? I mean, if it's rubbing on the Achilles, the ankle bone, or even, I shouldn't even know what this is called, but I do because I'm old. The toe box. If the toe box is uncomfortable or it's too tight, we've got a problem.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, comfort is definitely there. So I had some KD, I think 5s, and on the walking in them, they felt super comfortable, like almost too comfortable, like too squishy. So comfort is one, but for me, it's more of like a court feel thing. I want to feel connected to the court.
Yeah.
And then the security around my ankle, not high ankle, but just around like the midfoot. I don't want to have a lot of flippy floppy going on there.
Yeah.
And then looks, that's what's so weird is I mentioned I've always been so muted, and then you go into a high school gym and there's all kinds of different colors and there's Way of Wades and different brands and all the in stuff, right? Mm-hmm. What's popular. And I think that's why my son's comment hit me so hard was like amongst the greats.
Amongst the kids that are crowd, all about what's in right now.
My 9-year-old was all over these.
And they look good too. Yeah. Real quick, what do you think, as we've been around to watch a bunch of high school basketball games, what color is the most in right now?
Oh, geez. It seems like the shoes that I remember kids wearing, it felt like it was tied to their school.
Oh.
But there was I feel like we've seen a lot of hot pinks.
I was just going to say hot pink. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Keep going, though. What else?
A lot of hot pinks. But then Olympus has greens. And then who else have we seen that had super bright shoes? Riverton isn't pink, but they had a lot of hot pinks and neon yellows.
You kind of seeing the two shoes.
Yeah,
not always that are, mismatched, that are different colors.
Yeah. I think Ja or Steph has a fire and ice one that's blue and orange.
I was looking at the Jaws, the little thing in the back that comes off the swoosh that kind of is I don't know what you'd call, but you could hold on to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was it that was telling us that? Was it
leash?
Yeah. Was it Gavin or was it Carlo saying that they were playing in the Jaws? I hadn't really heard anyone else.
Gavin had said that he's been blowing in some Jaws.
I love John Morant.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Okay, let's see the other shoes. There's more shoes.
That's it. That's all I've got here. The others are en route. So that's I've thrown away several that I no longer use.
Oh, very good. Very good. And no, I won't intervene on this subject with your wife.
I think I'm done at 7. I think I'm done at 7 pairs of.
Those are cool shoes.
But I figure I never need to buy basketball shoes again for the rest of my life because I am 36 at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Which is weird playing with the high school kids because I'm exactly
double
the age of the seniors right now, which makes me sad because I still feel like I'm mentally there, but I'm not. And so I figure like, okay, meaning playing basketball aggressively and trying to be semi-athletic, I've got maybe 10 more years. So at 46, if I'm still playing basketball consistently, I'd be happy. I don't know if that's realistic, but 7 pairs of shoes should get me through that.
Or at least through this year.
Until I find some others I want to try.
I want to ask just a total random pop question to you because you're 36. I'm a little older than that. Let's just call it 18 at your peak in high school playing basketball. But what is the peak age, the prime age when you would have been your best?
I would say probably 22 years old.
Mine was after high school for sure too. And kids that are playing college basketball, I guess, are still becoming better players. And I guess in the NBA, they still continue. But you think 22?
Yeah. Well, and like for me in high school, you have your practices that you're just there's conditioning involved all the time, right? So you're running. So I never felt my legs ever got fully healed during a season. And so it was always in the off seasons that I felt like, oh, I can jump again, right? Like I could jump higher and all of this stuff. And then by the time I'm 22, my body has matured and I feel that I was super skinny. Like it was really hard for me to put on weight. And then at 22, I started to just kind of fill out a little bit more. So I was stronger. And then jumping wise and everything else, I felt like I was at my best.
I certainly wasn't at my peak in high school for sure. Yeah. I continued to mature and get stronger and bigger as well. And anyways, I just think it's interesting because varsity basketball is, I mean, you're battling, right? You're battling, but in a few years, you're even stronger. Yeah. For me, anyways.
Yeah, well, you look at the college kids that are just so much bigger and stronger. Yeah, it's depressing now because I don't have it now.
Well, I think we need to tell everyone one more time about the giveaway. That's awesome.
Giveaway?
Current?
Your own pair of Book Ones in whatever colorways are available on the Nike app and whatever size, if your size is available. So
it's awesome.
We'll send them to you. Comment with your favorite shoe in this video. Go over to Instagram, tag up to 5 people. You can tag more than 5 people, but up to 5 bonus entries if you go there. Another bonus entry if you comment on TikTok with your favorite shoe. I think the keyword, we have to use a secret keyword.
An easy one, but I think you've got to come up with it today.
I'm going to go with Moab, spelled in the right way.
Okay.
The way that Booker spells Moab.
Do you think he's been to Moab?
I would hope so.
He probably has been.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it.
Awesome. Thanks, Eric.